thought Mr. Andrews was doing it.
Is he? We welcome you to our studio at WPHS Live inside the new gym. I'm Alec Darminio. Alongside me is Colin Struckman with the rest of our crew, getting set for this Saturday matchup, non-league, between St. Andrews Saints and the Portsmouth Patriots. And I'd now like to welcome on our color commentator this afternoon, Colin Struckman.
Thanks, Alex. Should be a fun afternoon. St. Andrews basketball factory in the Northeast, Portsmouth, trying to find their consistency. But not only with this game today, we've got an action-packed day of PHS sports. The boys basketball team also has a game today at 2 p.m. at Coventry. Big one for them. And the boys hockey team travels on the road to play the Warwick Co-op at 5:45 p.m. You can follow the PHS Zoo Crew account on Instagram for updates on these games throughout the day.
And there's tip-off right there, right in the control of St. Andrews. Quick passing inside the paint. Gets out. Now possession taken away by Portsmouth. Gracious Mondi heads right back up the court. And we don't have refs, but we do have coaches and Portsmouth administrator Tyler Andrews helping out with the officiating this afternoon. And now Kendall Ferris takes a shot. That's off the rim and now into control of Johnson for St. Andrews as she passes one off for Sprague. And the buzzer sounds. As there is no shot clock on the board, and now there is. Play still continues, 25 seconds on the shot clock, as St. Andrews continues to now move the ball. Now Fernandez matched up against Moore as she dumps it off for Dawson. Now back up to Fernandez. Long pass up to Sprague. Her shot falls, and it's 3-0 immediately for St. Andrews.
One thing to note in this game, St. Andrews only has 6 players, so only one bench player throughout the game. Fatigue could definitely be a factor in this one.
Good passing there by Portsmouth, but that good look from Jesmondi wouldn't go as the ball stays Portsmouth's possession as Ari Fernandez takes that out of bounds. Jesmondi trying to find an open pass. She gets it out to Moore, who swings it out to Ferris. Now back to Tolson. Now over to Casey. Back to Jesmondi. As she drives in a jump shot. Won't go. And a foul called. And she'll go to the line. Bit of confusion to start this afternoon, of course. No officials to start, and there was just a lot of confusion here. That's the bottom line. But we're chugging through, and Gracious Mondi knocks that free throw down. Now it's 3-1.
Yeah, there's definitely some miscommunication of whether there were going to be any refs for this game, but fortunately we're able to get some makeshift refs. The St. Andrews coach and Mr. Andrews, he's a dual threat. He can be a science teacher and a basketball referee, something you would not expect to see heading into this game.
Johnson with an errant pass that was in the direction of Riley Sprague, and Portsmouth will take over. 6:34 on the clock remaining in the first quarter, as now Tolson has possession.
Tolson did have a very good game against EG despite the loss. She was the leading scorer in that one for the Patriots. 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks.
And some key losses for Portsmouth so far. Both Emily Miato and Emily Clicci will not be participating in this game.
Yeah, Emily Clicci out due to injury. She's one of the stars on this team. Emily Miato as well. She's a key rebounder, so 2 really big losses this afternoon for the Patriots.
2 seconds on the shot clock. That runs out. There was a shot off, but then St. Andrews takes back possession off the rebound. And now Johnson has possession. She dumps one inside for Sprague. That layup off the rim. And now Dawson fighting between 3 Portsmouth defenders. Puts that layup up. It's 5-1. Now Tolson up to Ferris. Her shot does not fall. Casey with the rebound as she swings it out to Tolson. Her shot also just off the rim. And now here's Johnson bringing it back up for St. Andrews. And now Sprague one-on-one with Casey. She dumps one off for Johnson. Back to Sprague. Her shot. Nothing but net. 8-1.
St. Andrews having a really good start to this game. Couple of three-pointers has helped them grow that 7-point lead.
Now Grace Jesmondi trying to make a pass that didn't go. Sprague now coming up the other way. Johnson with a three-point shot. That also goes 11-1. Great start here for St. Andrews.
Yeah, they've been unconscious from three to start this game. Have not missed from three. They've been red hot.
Tolson trying to make something happen, get some points on the board for Portsmouth. Trying to get something going here as she drives in the lane. That layup attempt doesn't hit the backboard, off the rim. And now Sprague ready to take control as she throws one up for Muhammad. That pass connects, and the layup goes 13-1.
Portsmouth is just getting dominated on both ends of the floor. It looks like they cannot keep up with St. Andrews thus far.
Now Casey throws it off to Moore. She gets a pass just out of the reach of Jesmondi. She still maintains possession. And now Moore has the ball, contested by Sprague. Throws it up for Tolson. Had a lane to shoot, but did not. Gives it off to Moore as the shot clock runs out. Sprague now going in the other direction after a whistle had blown. And play will come all the way back. Still St. Andrews' possession.
There's obviously miscommunication with the referees before this game, but there was some miscommunication just now with the Patriots offense. Didn't really know whether they're going to take a shot, whether dish it inside, try to get an open look, but unfortunately it does not go their way, and St. Andrews got another chance to put some points on the board.
Contact there between Jesmondi and Muhammad, trying to get that pass intercepted, but Portsmouth still managed to take control as Jesmondi gives it off to Moore. Her shot off the rim. Muhammad takes care of the rebound. One-handed pass all the way over, but that's intercepted by Jesmondi. Now coming the other way, a 3-on-2. She pulls up, jumper off the rim. And now Johnson headed in the other direction, driving through the lane. Contact, that ball doesn't get to the rim. Now fought for by Dawson. That shot also not good. And a whistle blown as Candace Johnson will go to the line for 2 free throws.
I think Portsmouth, they're going to need to really regroup after these free throws. Their offense has been ice cold, haven't found any open looks. St. Andrews has done a phenomenal job of contesting their every shot, and Portsmouth really struggling offensively because of that.
Her first free throw, no good. Portsmouth's only point is off a free throw from Grace Jesmondi. No points from field goals so far as Johnson gets ready for his second free throw. That shot is good, 14-1, 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Now here's Grace Jesmondi again, trying to make something happen.
I mean, if anyone is going to make something happen for Portsmouth, it's definitely Grace Jesmondi. She had a phenomenal game last game against EG. She had 7 points, and that wasn't the eye-popping stat, but it more so was 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 8 blocks, and 6 steals. So she can definitely fill up the box score even if she doesn't put up points.
Bears with a 3-point attempt there that didn't go. St. Andrews' 3-point attempt also does not go. Rebound fought for, jump ball called. And Portsmouth will maintain possession.
I think this is an important possession here for Portsmouth. I mean, this game doesn't have a ton of bearing. It's a non-league game. Won't really affect their position with the standings, but still can gain a little momentum, start to do the little things right, and that can help play those all-important games that decide who's going to make the playoffs.
Grace Jesmondi tearing through the paint. Contact as she loses the ball. The ball didn't go out of bounds. St. Andrews takes possession, but that pass intercepted by Tolson. Now heading up a 3-on-3. She dumps one off for Jesmondi, guarded by Johnson. Pull-up jumper, no good. A great save there by Tolson, but right into the possession of St. Andrews, making her best attempt to try and salvage something for Portsmouth, get something on the board. Right here's Sprague, who dumps it off for Fernandez. Out to Muhammad, who back to Sprague. Her 3-point attempt is off the rim and now controlled by Tolson. Now here's Jesmondi driving past Tolson. Great fake, but didn't get the shot to go. Faked the pass, took the shot, still wouldn't go. And now here's Johnson tearing up the lane the other way. That layup attempt is off the rim.
For Portsmouth, I think the main issue that we've seen so far this season, they've had such a tough time finishing on the interior shots. They got one to fall just now.
And an and one by Ava Moore. 3-14 with an opportunity to draw the lead within 10.
Yeah, Portsmouth still down by double digits, but they need to get something going offensively, and that and one could be a little spark that's much needed for this Patriots offense. That's been stagnant thus far.
And here's Moore's only free throw. Puts it up. No good. Rebound bounced around by Muhammad. Still got control by Maeve Tolson. Back to Moore. Her three-point attempt is in and out. Still nothing going here for Portsmouth from the three-point line. And now Fernandez takes it up. She dumps it off to Sprague. 57 seconds on the clock, 20 on the shot clock. And now here's Fernandez. Her jump shot is good. 16-3. 47 seconds to go. 17 seconds is the difference between the shot clock and game clock. Gracious Monty looking for a pick there. Didn't get one. As she sees DeComo moving in, takes it herself. Now back to DeComo. Gets it into Jesmondi in the lane. Her layup is good. 5-16, 25 seconds to go. And St. Andrews can just run out the clock here and take the final shot in the first quarter.
Yeah, definitely. There's no shot clock to worry about, just the game clock. They have an 11-point lead, but they have been so efficient from the field. Haven't missed a lot of shots from the field or from beyond the arc thus far.
Johnson's three-point attempt doesn't go. She gets the rebound, though, and puts up the layup with 3.6 seconds to go. 18-5. And time runs out on Portsmouth's attempt to get a final shot. Would have been nearly a full court shot, but down 13 at the end of the first quarter. And that's going to do it for us for the first quarter. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back on WPHS Live.
He spots up and hits the three, the lefty.
Control possession. Back to Desmani, the jump shot.
We welcome you back here for getting ready for the second quarter. We'd like to remind you that the Portsmouth High School Post-Prom Committee is teaming up with Tremblaze. You can eat there February 4th, 11th, 18th, and the 25th at 514 Park Avenue in Portsmouth, Rhode Island. Tremblaze will be donating 10% of their sales to the class of 2021 Post-Prom with the anticipation of being able to have a prom at the end of the year. Please be sure to support two great causes. So far, not going Portsmouth's way through the first quarter. Manhandled, it's 18-5. And coming in to end out the first half, they got to get some positives here.
Yeah, definitely. Their offense has been ice cold thus far. St. Andrews has shot phenomenally from the field in the first quarter of this game. Portsmouth slowly starting to do the little things right, if only 5 points are on the board. I thought Grace Jasmani showed what she could do at the end of that first quarter as she put in 3 points. Maeve Tolson had 3 rebounds. So this team obviously missing the presence of Kalichi and Mayato, but it's time for some other players to step up.
And for St. Andrews, only 6 players, but they're making the most of what they've got as Muhammad now inside the paint against Juliana DeComo. Her shot attempt wouldn't go. DeComo collects the rebound and swings that one out to Moore. She trying against Sprague, gets in the paint, loses control of the ball, and that'll be St. Andrews' possession.
I think the Patriots offense has just looked a little out of rhythm, out of sync so far. They haven't really found any open shots, and part of that's because of that great Saints defense, but they really need to start moving the ball around because then open looks become easier to create.
An errant pass there coming from the hands of Dawson, got into the control of Moore. She swung it out to Maeve Tolson, got into the lane, driving, lost possession of the ball, but out of bounds on the Saints, and the Patriots will take over. And here's Ferris on the baseline, gets it out to Moore. Her shot attempt does not fall. Rebound collected by Tolson, and she puts that layup up, now down 11. With 7 minutes to go in the first half.
Wilson had 8 rebounds in that loss against EG. She's proven she can be a physical presence down low that can grab boards, and she definitely proved that just now.
Muhammad swung it out to Sprague. Her shot wouldn't go. Another rebound by DeComo, her second of the quarter. She gets it out to Moore, who gives a pass out to Ferris, now one-on-one with Fernandez. And there's a bounce pass over to Tolson. Back to DeComo. Little pass over to Moore. Her layup would not fall. Great passing by Portsmouth there, trying to get something clicking, getting that rhythm going. No points on the board from that attempt.
Yeah, I thought they really moved the ball around well, but again, the interior shots continue to be this team's biggest issue. It feels like a broken record, but this team clearly has a problem with making layups.
Now here's Fernandez, who's lined up with Olivia Duran as she sprung it out to Sprague. Here's Muhammad. Whistle blows, and a travel called.
Yeah, obvious extra step there. You have to call that. That's pretty blatant when you know the possession's going the other way.
Here's Tolson running up the court as she drops it off to the freshman Olivia Durant. Gives it off to Ava Moore. Now getting through the paint, she falls. The ball goes out of bounds. And it looks to be white ball as Ferris on the baseline will inbound the ball for Portsmouth. Guarded by Fernandez as she gets the ball out to Casey. Drop pass over to Durant. There's another bounce pass over to Moore. Now in Ferris's control, her three-point shot is not good. Another rebound though. She gets it. Contact there with Durant. The ball gets loose. The ball ends up with DeComo. Throws it up for Ferris. That pass out of her control, and the Saints take over. Swinging it all the way over to Johnson. Contact with DeComo. That shot falls. 20-7 now.
I think St. Andrews doing a great job of utilizing their size. They're taking advantage, of course, of not having Mayato, and they've really dominated inside the paint, grabbing rebounds and finishing on those rebounds.
DeComo got it out to Durant, who gave it right back to her, and her shot falls. 9-20, 5:06 to go. Here's Sprague throwing it off to Fernandez, who swung it out to Johnson. Now all the way back over to Sprague. Her three-point attempt does not fall. Gets into the hands of Ava Moore. And she breaks free, looking for a pass now. And she gives it off to Ferris. Ferris now with a little head fake, gets inside the lane, loses control of the ball, now going the other way. Here's Sprague for the Saints. 2-on-3 here, just drives through the lane. Ball off the rim. And now it's Portsmouth's possession as the subs come in. Number 2, Maddie Oliveira goes in for Ari Fernandez. And for Portsmouth, Grace Esmondi comes in for Juliana DeComo.
One advantage Portsmouth does have in this game, even though they're down by 11 right now, they have a lot more players to choose from on the bench. I mean, St. Andrews is only going to have one player on the bench for the whole game, so obviously the players are going to get a bit more tired throughout the course of this game.
Ella Daly takes a three-point attempt that wouldn't fall, but her coach is very happy with that shot choice. And they're probably not as happy as Johnson drives right inside the lane and puts one through and one. Now it's 22-9, nearly halfway through the second quarter. 2 fouls apiece for each team.
I think this game could really get ugly in a hurry if Portsmouth doesn't start to box out, get rebounds in the paint. They've had a really tough time grabbing those defensive boards, and St. Andrews has really capitalized on that.
Johnson's free throw attempt wasn't good, but she got a pass right from Muhammad. Another shot wouldn't go. Gracia Asmani takes control. She passes out to Moore. She takes a shot. That falls. That's 3 points. And now it's 12-22. Now here's Sprague trying to find an answer now. Gets it inside for Muhammad. Her shot just off the rim, right back in her control, but she loses it. Now gets it back up to Portsmouth. Here's Ava Moore with a pass over to Jesmondi, tearing through the paint. And the shot would not go just off the rim, but she'll go to the line for 2 shots.
I think this is a big possession here. I mean, Jesmondi's able to get to the free throw line. There's 2 points, 2 free points. If you make these, it's only an 8-point deficit, and maybe some things go your way. Maybe St. Andrews turns the ball over in a few possessions. At times they shouldn't. You got a chance to climb right back in this game.
And the Saints just called the timeout, discussed things a minute and 5 seconds ago on their timeout. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Pryor saved it, even though it didn't look like it was going to be not there. Ball, and Lucetti spots up and hits the three, the lefty.
Control possession. Back to Desmani, the jump shot.
Back live. And we're back here. Grace Jesmani just took her first free throw attempt. That didn't go. Patriots still down by 10, 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock coming out of St. Andrews timeout. And here's Grace Jesmani's second free throw attempt. That one does not fall. Morgan Casey was jumping for the rebound. Did not get it. And now the Saints take over. In the game, for the most part, still within reach for Portsmouth. They have to hit every shot at this point because St. Andrews really controls the pace in the offensive zone.
Yeah, they've really controlled the tempo. They've dictated the pace and the flow of this game. And Portsmouth, I think they're down by 10 because of that, but only a 10-point deficit, not completely out of reach. They can start to climb back in this game, but have to start hitting their shots.
And a pass that whacked Morgan Casey in the face still remains Portsmouth's possession. And then her attempt at Jesmondi gets out of her control, and it'll stay Patriot possession as the Saints had the last touch. Now Jesmondi, quick bounce pass down low to Casey as she got a pass that got all the way out to Ella Daly near the midcourt. Here's Tolson. Throws one up, but that was tipped, and now in control of Dawson for the Saints. And here's Sprague bringing it back up. She throws it off to Oliveira. Now back to Johnson. Her 3-point is not good. Back over to Dawson. That shot off the rim and bounces away. St. Andrews does maintain possession after that. 2:36 now on the clock. Still 22-12 in favor of the Saints. Here's Dawson. She swings it out to Oliveira. Now getting inside the paint. Throws one up. Would not go. And now here's a freshman Durant bringing it back up. Quick pass over to Jesmondi. Back out to Ella Daly. Her three-point is good. Nothing but net. 15-22. Portsmouth starting to claw their way back into this one. But they still got to maintain their pressure and still hit their shots.
Yeah, definitely. And that 3-point really helps. I mean, now you're only down by 7. This team can really be effective from 3-point range when they're hitting their shots from beyond the arc. They've got a plethora of great 3-point shooters. And if Daly can evolve from 3, you can add her in the mix of some great 3-point shooters on this team.
And Cyan Muhammad with a great box-out play to put 2 points on the board to respond for the Saints. And here's Jesmondi passing it up to Durant, who gets it to Ella Daly. Great passing here by Portsmouth. Now Tolson gets it out to Durant. She gets inside the lane. That shot just off the rim. And now here's the Saints bringing it back up the court. Throws one up for Sprague. Trying to get one up for Muhammad. She dropped it and then got possession back. Put one up. That didn't go. Now over to Dawson. That layup attempt does. 26-15. A minute and 20 on the clock now. She gets one out to Durant. That's Tolson there with a shot off the rim. And Sprague manages to get that rebound. Now a minute and 8 seconds on the clock. Motioning for Oliveira to move to her right. She swings it back out to her. Now gets it over to Johnson, who's been great from the three-point line so far. Now Dawson with a layup opportunity. Does not fall. Her second option also won't go. And now Portsmouth takes over.
I feel like St. Andrews has done a great job of just trying to capitalize on those second chance opportunities. They didn't there, but on that previous possession they did, and they're really letting Portsmouth just not be in this game. They're finding ways to always get those rebounds, always finish on those rebounds. And, I mean, they're up by 11, but they really controlled this game so far.
And Jesmondi with the all-out effort to try and keep that one in bounds. Did not work. 39 seconds on the clock. St. Andrews has possession. And 10 seconds separating the game clock and the shot clock near the end of the first half. Jesmondi with a great steal, now bringing it out of the court. She just pulls up a jumper. That one's in. 24 seconds to go, 17-26. Now here's Sprague, bringing it back up for St. Andrews. She can run the clock all the way out and take the final shot. She dumps it off for Oliveira. With a pass over to Johnson, contested by Tolson. Gets inside the lane, gets it over to Muhammad. That layup is good. 4 seconds on the clock. Clock still ticking. Need a shot right here. Jesmondi has it. One arm heave. Not even close, and that's the end of the first half. 28-17 in favor of the St. Andrews Saints. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back on WPHS Live.
We're back for a little halftime recap, and before we get into that, we first have an ad we'd like to provide. This is from Provencal Bakery. The PHSO Post-Prom Committee and Provencal Bakery are teaming up to support the PHS Post-Prom celebration for the class of 2021 with the anticipation of being able to have a prom. This is in the month of February at Provencal Bakery. That's at 750 Aquidneck Ave in Middletown, Rhode Island. Provencal Bakery will be donating 10% of the sales during the month of February from anyone that mentions the PHSO Post-Prom promotion. Please support local and PHSO Post-Prom Committee throughout the month of February. Don't forget to mention this promotion when you place your order.
And so far, not a great half for Portsmouth, but they have stayed in it against a team that they've been pretty good so far. Some good players. They've got Veronica Dawson with 6 points, Riley Sprague matching that with 6 of her own, and Candace Johnson also has 8 points. Really just putting impact in there for the Saints so far.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the stats, I mean, they have 3 different players with 6 rebounds each. Dawson has 6 rebounds. Johnson has 6 rebounds. Muhammad had 6 rebounds. That's when you know that it's going to be difficult to win this game. That's when you know you're not executing and grabbing those rebounds. And they've really given St. Andrews a lot of second chance opportunities. They've cashed in, and that's why they're up 11 points at the half.
And so far, Ava Moore and Grace Jesmondi, the shining stars for Portsmouth, they each have 5 points, but Jesmondi's also been able to add on 2 rebounds, 2 blocks, and Moore has 2 steals of her own. You know, they're just the driving force so far, trying to get their team back in it and see if something can get going here in the second half. That's going to start in a minute and 9 seconds.
Yeah, I feel like the offense has improved a little bit toward the end of that second quarter. I mean, Ava Moore started to show a little spark. She can be a great three-point shooter. I think Coach Pellegrino wants her to take even more threes, really start to evolve and be comfortable with that position. Grace Jesmondi continuing to be a factor, only 5 points, but still 2 rebounds, 2 blocks. She can be a factor even if she's not putting up huge numbers, huge points. She finds a way to make an impact. And then Maeve Tolson had a pretty good game against EG. She has 2 points, 4 rebounds, so she's proving that she can grab boards even with Mayato out here today.
And so far going on right now, the boys varsity team is playing right now. We don't have the scores updated live, but we will be sure to get you to those when we are updated. The first half score was 28-17. Now we're getting started for the second, as Portsmouth will be moving opposite side of the court now, down 11, trying to make something happen. 16 minutes to go in play, as Kendall Ferris will get ready to inbound the ball. Guarded by Ari Fernandez. Bounce pass over to Tolson, and the third quarter is underway. Swings one out to Moore. Gets it back up to Tolson. Pass to a wide open Jesmondi, now guarded by Johnson. There's a pass inside to Casey. Gets it out to Tolson. Her shot, that hits. Definitely something that Portsmouth needed to get going. Deep 2. Now they're down by 9.
Yeah, that definitely helps. It helps provide a little spark. The rhythm starting to get going here for Portsmouth. They can continue to play in transition. Just move the ball around. Find an open teammate, whoever it is. Corner 3, bottom, close to the paint. That can really help.
And Johnson with another 3-point shot. She's been on fire from the 3-point line so far. 31-19 now. Here's Moore. She gets a pass over to Jesmondi. That would not connect. Now Sprague has possession. Watching out for Jesmondi behind her. Doesn't want that to be stolen. She swings one out to Johnson, who gets it over to Fernandez. That shot off the rim. Now in control by Muhammad. Blocked by Casey. Now out of bounds and will stay. Possession for the Saints.
I think Casey's a player to watch out for. She adds a lot of height to this team, which is much needed. She could track down opposing players and get a ton of blocks. She gets a great block there.
And a 3-point shot right off the rim into the hands of Ava Moore. She now wants, guarded by Sprague as she dumps it off to Casey. Now driving inside the paint with a bounce pass to Ferris. Stolen real quick by Sprague, but that ball right out of bounds. And now Portsmouth will be able to keep possession. Now we have more ready to inbound the ball. Quick pass out to Tolson. She swings it out to Casey. Now looking as she gets it out to Moore. Pass over for a jumping Casey. She wasn't able to get the ball. Now here's Johnson. Tearing through the paint. That shot rolls off the rim. Now in possession of Casey, who's guarded there by Sprague and now by Johnson. Pass all the way over to Ava Moore on the opposite side of the court. She gets it back out to Casey. Now to Tolson. Sorry, Moore. First shot won't go. Now Muhammad takes possession off the rebound. Gives it off. Sprague.
Yeah, despite St. Andrews kind of dominating the pace of play up by 12, Portsmouth still found a way to keep this somewhat within reach. If they can start clicking, do the little things right, they can slowly start to chip away at that deficit.
Grace Mondi was able to tip that pass and got into possession of Mr. Riley, our executive producer today. As now Saints maintain possession as the pass gets over to Muhammad. Now back to Fernandez. That jump shot goes 32-33 to 19. Now here's Tolson. Tearing through the paint again. That shot blocked. Now gets out to possession of Moore. Bounce pass over to Tolson. Gets out to Jesmondi. First shot attempt. Falls. And that's another deep two. 21-33. Now here's Sprague. She passes it over to Fernandez. Back over to Dawson. All the way back over to Sprague. Her three-point attempt off the rim. Now possession fought for by Muhammad and Jesmondi. They both go to the ground. Jump ball called as the buzzer sounds. Casey coming out of the game for Juliana DeComo, the senior, as Sprague get ready to inbound the ball in the baseline for the Saints as she gets it all the way over to Muhammad. That pass intercepted by Tolson. She now dumps it off to Moore right behind her. Her three-point attempt right off the rim into the hands of Sprague. And she gets the pass all the way over to Johnson. Jump shot, no good. Now into the hands of Juliana DeComo. She gets it out to Moore. Now Moore one-on-one with Sprague as she bounce passes it over to DeComo. Gets it off the three-point line to Tolson. Swings it back off to Moore. Now Ferris gets it back up to Tolson. Great passing here so far in the offensive zone for Portsmouth. Gets out to Ferris. Her shot hits off the backboard, off the rim, and then doesn't go. Now back up to Sprague.
I feel like even though Portsmouth didn't score on that last possession, they were able to move the ball around well. I feel like if they want to score, keep scoring, move the ball around 3 to 4 times when you have a chance to set up your offense.
Juliana DeComo driving down the lane. And then that shot attempt never was able to get up. Taken out of her hands. And Portsmouth keeps possession. Rachel Mondi now on the baseline. Ready to inbound the ball. Bounce pass quick to Ferris. Easy layup opportunity. 23-33 with 3:55 to go in the third.
I thought Portsmouth scored on the last possession because they cut very well. Ferris is right there under the basket and able to finish. Cutting always creates an open teammate on the floor whenever possible.
The shot rattles off the rim. That was Fernandez with the shot opportunity. It doesn't go. Now Tolson with a fierce drive to the net. And a whistle blows. That shot does not go in. She'll go to the line. And Portsmouth still only down 10. 2 free throw opportunities that they really do need to hit if they want to climb back in this one. They'll be down 8. If so, here's the first shot attempt. That does fall. Now down 9. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third.
Yeah, that would definitely help. I mean, it's an easy way to get free points, and Portsmouth obviously hasn't executed their best. They haven't played as disciplined as they want to, but they're still in this game. This game is still within reach. They're only down by single digits as it stands right now on the scoreboard. So, I mean, they've started to show that they can generate more looks offensively. Just start capitalizing on those, and this game could get interesting.
And Maeve Tolson taking my advice and hitting both free throws. Now down 8 as Sprague takes possession. And she swings it out to Fernandez. 3-point attempt off the rim. Still in control by Sprague. Another rebound driving through the lane Euro step. That layup is good, 35-25. Here's Tulsa with the pass to Durant for a 3-point attempt over the rim that got in possession. Dawson now swung out to Johnson. That easy layup is 37-25.
Didn't seem like Portsmouth could get back in time. They couldn't sprint back, and St. Andrews got a wide open bucket because of that.
Here's Jesmondi trying to get her way through the paint. That does not go off the side of the backboard. Now here's Sprague. Little jump step over there. That shot wouldn't go. The freshman Durant fighting through 3 Saints defenders. Now able to get the ball past midcourt. She swings it out to Tolson. Now over to Jesmondi. Trying to box her way through the paint, and she'll go take 2 shots. Two minutes, 22 seconds to go in the second half. In the third quarter, it's the second half. Down 12 for Portsmouth. Still in it, but got to get something going.
Yeah, they really need to start capitalizing on those easy shots, start to get rebounds, continue to box out. Those little things really add up, and if they can hit some free throws here and really just start to play some sound defense, start to play some solid team basketball, this game is definitely within reach.
Now subs come in as Muhammad subs in for Oliveira for the Saints. As Jesmondi gets ready for a second free throw attempt. And that is good, nothing but net. Now down 10, 27-37. As Jesmondi subs out for Ella Daly. And Sprague, who has barely had a breather, only between the quarters and halftime, has been on the floor the whole time. Only 6 players for the Saints. We'll see how well they're conditioned for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see. I'm surprised of how well they've been able to be so adaptive with only playing 6 players in this game, up by 10 points. Well, having 6 players, that's definitely an anomaly.
Nicomo fouls Muhammad, and she'll go take 2 shots. A quick huddle by the Saints to discuss the game plan. Now still only up 10, but an opportunity to get 2 more points here. First free throw falls as substitute official Tyler Andrews gives the ball back for the second attempt. And that second shot is good, 39-27 now, as Tolson gets the ball over the midcourt line as she bounces pass over to Durant. Now driving, but passes that out to Moore. Her 3-point attempt off the mark. And then Sprague with a huge pass over to Johnson with a rebound collected by Muhammad, and that rebound goes again, 41-27. Now a minute and 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Now here's Ella Daly, pass the ball right back to Tolson. She swings it out to Moore. Back to Tolson, all the way over to DeComo. Thought about a shot, did not take it. Now back over to Tolson. She does take that shot. Rebound lost by DeComo. But the last touch was by the Saints. Portsmouth will keep possession. Now here's Moore, who swings it out to Tolson. Had an opportunity to shoot, didn't. Gives it to Durant, who gave it back to her. Daly with the shot attempt. That falls. That's her second 3-point of the game, 30-41. Got some good momentum. Coach Risha Pellegrino for Portsmouth, real excited about that one.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting to click a little bit offensively. Daly hits her second 3 of the game. She's starting to evolve and gaining a lot more confidence with a couple made 3-pointers.
Now rebound fought for between Tolson and Dawson, but that rebound got all the way up to Sprague. Her shot attempt wasn't good, but then the rebound got right back to her, driving in the lane, and her rebound bounces in.
The second and third chance opportunities for St. Andrews have really killed Portsmouth's momentum. As Portsmouth starts to climb back in this game, they start to find the rhythm offensively. St. Andrews has always had an answer, and they continue to have a double-digit lead throughout the course of this game.
Moore's pass attempt to Durant was intercepted by Dawson, now taken up by Sprague. Little jump step in the paint, and a travel called for. Possession will go in the other direction. And 21.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Portsmouth can, again, run down the clock, take the last shot of the quarter with the score 43-30. Now here's Daly with the pass over to Tacomo. She shoots. That pass off the mark. Rebound saved by Tolson. Almost out of bounds, but got into possession of the Saints. Sprague's last layup opportunity with 1 second didn't fall. And that's the end of the third quarter. And because that's the end of the third quarter, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to be right back on WPHS Live. We're back here getting set for the fourth quarter. And if you were afraid that we ran out of ads, we did not. 2021 yearbook orders are now being accepted. The order form is attached in an email to students, and the cost is $50. And be sure to write a check made out to the Portsmouth High School for your copy of the yearbook for the end of the year. Now getting set for the fourth quarter here. Ferris with the bounce pass over to Tolson. And we're underway with 7:56 to go. Now Desmondi with a great pass over to Ferris. Lost control down low, fighting for it. And a whistle called jump ball. And the Saints will take over. And now here's Fernandez with a pass to Sprague. Not guarded yet by any Portsmouth defenders. She passes it out to Fernandez, who's now on Ava Moore. Gets it over to Muhammad. With a pass down low to Johnson. That was nearly stolen by Jesmondi. Fighting for it on the floor was Tolson. Jump ball called for again. And this time it is Portsmouth possession. Jesmondi with a pass right back to Tolson after the inbound. As she swings it right back out to Jesmondi. That shot attempt does not fall off the rim. Hits twice, but gets in to Muhammad's hands as she passes it back out to Sprague. Now Muhammad with possession. She passes it out to Sprague. Her three-point attempt doesn't fall. Gets out to the hands of Dawson. That layup is good. 6:55 to go, down 15. And it's going to take a miracle for Portsmouth to come back in this one. 15 points at 6:48 now on the clock.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard to climb back in this game. Down by double digits, down by 15. They're going to need a huge run if they want to somehow tie this one up.
With a great pass over to Ferris, but that shot was blocked by Dawson. Now here's Fernandez with another bounce pass over to Johnson. Little shot attempt that got in the hands of Dawson. That rebound opportunity would not go. Now Moore bringing it back up. The bounce pass over to Jesmondi. As she gets it out to Moore. Her deep 2 attempt off the backboard. As Muhammad gets that pass over to Sprague. She gets inside the paint, pull-up jumper just off the mark. Now fought for by Casey and Sprague. That rebound will stay Portsmouth's possession. The officials, a little bit of a argument on whose ball it was going to be, and it will stay the Saints. So the pass over to Sprague. She gets it out to Fernandez. Now back to Johnson, who got it all the way out to Sprague. Sorry, Fernandez. That shot attempt is good. 5:42 to go. 47-30. Here's Jesmondi as she gets it out to Ferris. Now driving through the paint again, and a great shot block again. That looked to be number 4, Dawson, for the Saints, who has been all over the paint defensively for the Saints.
Yeah, definitely. Their defense has been stout here this afternoon. They've limited Portsmouth in seemingly every aspect of their offense. They've had a really difficult time setting up their offense, trying to get open looks, because St. Andrews' defense has been magnificent thus far.
Ferris's first shot attempt is not good. 5:31 to go. Still down 17. As she prepares for her second shot. And that one won't go either. Rebound taken in by Johnson. She gets a pass out over to Sprague, who dumps it off to Dawson. Now tries to get it down low in the paint for Muhammad. Fought for. And a whistle blows. 2 shots. She'll go to the line. And like they say at the Rolex 24, for the winners, the clock can't go fast enough. But for Portsmouth, that clock can't slow down fast enough.
Yeah, I know. I mean, time is kind of running out in this one, down by 17. It's going to be really hard to make this game interesting down the stretch. And, I mean, credit St. Andrews. They've really changed Portsmouth's game plan. They've forced them to try and make adjustments, but those adjustments clearly have really not been able to work, because St. Andrews has just met every single Portsmouth adjustment, and they've done a great job of limiting what they could do offensively. They've really done a great job of just taking them out of rhythm, changing it up, and just really frustrating Portsmouth in every aspect of this game.
Muhammad hit 1 free throw out of those 2 attempts as she watched Jesmondi fall on the ground inside the paint as Portsmouth was trying to find something offensively. As here's Moore, who gets it out to Tolson, driving now on Dawson. She falls. Her shot attempt over the basket. And the Saints will take over, now headed down the court to Portsmouth's end. Sprague taking her time a bit, listening to her coach. Clock ticking down from 4 minutes, 45 seconds. With a pass over to Johnson. Driving down near Ella Daly. Gets a pass over, bounced up for Fernandez, saves it, and no, she doesn't. Whistle blows. Portsmouth's going to take over. 4:31 now on the clock.
I think at this point for Portsmouth, down 18, this game seems a bit out of reach at this point. I mean, some unforeseen circumstances could happen that Portsmouth really climbs back in this one, but for the most part, this game seems a little difficult to climb back into. But for Portsmouth, I think the main focus is just doing the little things right, executing properly, starting to play some smart basketball, play some team basketball, and have something to build off of, because Barrington's going to be a tough matchup on Monday.
And there's Tolson with the little things right there. That's 2 points on the board. Just trying to get any momentum to get into those next games and hopefully make a stand for the playoffs. But it starts with doing every little thing, even in a losing game. Got to find a way to win. Here's Johnson with a 3-point attempt off the mark. Jesmondi fighting for the ball between 2 Saints, as Portsmouth will take over
even though Portsmouth's only down by 16, I feel like the effort has been there. They've really played their hardest. They're doing as much as they can. The score probably doesn't indicate that, down by 16. But I feel like since the second quarter, they've really started to do some things right. They've started to click a little bit, started to play a little bit more in sync, and it's starting to show a little bit.
And a three-point shot there by Moore. Coach Pellegrino seemed to have a heart attack there. She was very shocked. So excited, though. 35-48 now, 3:11 on the clock. And here's Sprague, who gets one up to Muhammad. Now in the paint, gets it out to Johnson. Her three-point attempt off the mark. As now the ball fought for by Daly and Sprague. Officials decide that it is Portsmouth's possession out of the jump ball. 2:55 to go in the game. And still down 13 are the Portsmouth Patriots. Here's Desmondi driving, but then passes it out to Tolson. That shot off the mark. Here's Johnson. Gets it all the way over, but that pass out of the reach of Fernandez. And Portsmouth will take over. 2:36 to go in the game now.
I feel like Portsmouth's three-point shooting has definitely improved a little bit. Ava Moore's hit a couple threes. Tolson started to take some more. And I feel like that can help this team really click offensively. Even though Jesmani missed that one, Portsmouth's doing a great job of starting to find that open three, and they've connected on a few of them.
And especially just taking open shots and getting anything you can. You got to put something up because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And there's Daly. She collected a rebound, passed it over to Jesmondi. Now Jesmondi on Johnson. Looking around and passes it to Moore. As she throws one up for DeComo. That pass caught, bounces right off Dawson. Gets that ball over to Daly. She maintains possession. Now to an uncontested Tolson. That shot wouldn't go. Now controlled by Muhammad. Jump ball called for, and St. Andrews takes over. Now here's Sprague. Taking it up the court. Taking her time, 1:35 on the clock to go now, of course, with a 13-point lead. Here's Johnson. Step inside the paint and throws that layup up. That got for 2 points. 50-35 now. Now over to Tolson. Her shot attempt off the mark. Now here's Sprague driving back up. Johnson with an opportunity. That shot off the rim. And a quick timeout called by Coach Pellegrino. Get some subs in. And that will leave us with a quick break from WPHS Live. 40 seconds remaining on the timeout. We'll be right back.
Fryer saved it, even though it didn't look like it was going to be not there. Ball, and Lucetti spots up and hits the three, the lefty.
Full possession. Back to Desmondi, the jump shot.
We're back here. Portsmouth possession coming out of the timeout. As subs come in, that was Mercer Donahue's name just announced on the PA system. And here's more. Now with 1 2 seconds to go on the clock. Contested by Sprague. As she gets it out to Donahue. Pass it right back to Durant. With a layup opportunity that does fall. 37-50. 52 seconds to go. And trying to just get some momentum coming out of this game. Get something going for their next opportunity against Barrington.
Yeah, definitely. You love to see them make a layup towards the end of this game. Definitely been an issue, but I feel like if they can get that part of their game going, they can be a very complete team.
There's Fernandez, who dumps it out to Muhammad. Open shot for Sprague. That hit. 3 points. 53-37 now. With 27 seconds on the game clock, they can let the shot clock run out and take the final shot. Of course, trying to get all the points you can. Now with 20 seconds to go. Here's Zacomo. She swings it out to Donahue. Now back to Durant. Driving inside the paint. Another layup opportunity. Does fall. 39 to 53. 9 seconds. And she throws the pass all the way out to Johnson. Trying to make something happen with 4 seconds on the clock. Up 14. And it looks like she's going to go to the line.
One thing to note, St. Andrews has done a great job of just controlling the pace. They got off to a fast start. They continued that. Portsmouth climbed back a little bit. They got within 10. They got within single digits for a little bit. They started to climb back a little bit, but St. Andrews withstood those punches. They continued their momentum, and they just have not slowed down.
With no quit here, 4.4 seconds to go. Taking some free throws here. That's Johnson. And her second free throw is good. And Portsmouth, with one last desperate opportunity, 4.4 seconds on the clock, passes it out to Donahue. She's got 3 seconds to go. Passes it out to Durant. No shot was taken. That's the end of the game, folks. 55 to 39. And we're lucky to even have a game. Of course, this is non-league, just thrown in the schedule. Officiating done by non-officials, but still definitely good to have some practice, especially with COVID. You got to take the games you can get. Thank yous all around from both sides as they appreciate the competition. And that's going to do it for us. Portsmouth taking the loss today, non-league game. And we will do a post-game recap, sources are saying. And what do you got for us? As our statistician Julia Durant gives us the final details. So the highlights: Grace Jesmondi for Portsmouth, 9 points, 4 rebounds. Maeve Tolson, 8 points, 6 rebounds. And Ava Moore was able to match Tolson with 8 points. And on the other side of the ball, Veronica Dawson, 8 points. Riley Sprague, who was all over the court with 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. And Candace Johnson, of absolute force on the court, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals.
I mean, St. Andrews did a great job of collecting rebounds. They had several players who were in double digits for rebounds, which is kind of unheard of, but they just did a phenomenal job of boxing out and grabbing rebounds on the offensive glass. They collected those rebounds, and they were able to finish. Portsmouth just could not get those second and third chance opportunities on the defensive glass to try and play in transition. St. Andrews did just a great job of limiting that, and although Portsmouth has a loss, a couple key players that stood out. Grace Jesmondi, as you mentioned, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 blocks, 4 rebounds and 3 blocks. She finds a way to get those other stats on the board, even if she doesn't have a huge game, even if she doesn't put up a ton of points. She finds a way to dish the ball around, can grab rebounds, causes steals. She's an all-around player, one of the most dynamic players on this team. And Maeve Tolson back-to-back good games, has 8 points tonight, had 11 points against East Greenwich, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks. She showed up today. Even though they lost, I feel like she showed up, and even without Mayato, she definitely made her presence felt.
Especially trying to climb into that leader role, as many of the seniors will be gone after this year. She's going to be stepping into that huge leadership for next year, going into for the rest of her high school career.
Yeah, the young players definitely showed up today. Ava Moore had 8 points, 3 rebounds. She made a couple of 3-pointers. You can tell her confidence is really starting to grow. And Ella Daly has 6 points, and she hits a couple of threes herself. So the 3-point shooting really starting to evolve from those younger players.
And we want to make sure that you guys tune in 12 p.m. Monday, Portsmouth against Barrington. It's all coming down here on WPHS Live. That's going to do it for us right now. On the cameras today were Jay Costa and Mr. Riley for a bit. I'm Alec Darminio alongside Colin Struckman, Trevor Doherty, Julia Durant, Steve Costa, and of course, again, Mr. Riley. That's going to do it for us. We had a lot of fun here. We hope you did too. Good night.
Fryer saved it, even though it didn't look like it was going to be not there. Ball, and Lucetti spots up and hits the 3, the lefty.
Full possession. Back to Desmondi, the jump shot.